And welcome along and welcome back to Marwell Manor. Today is day 6 of summer, and you might have noticed that since the last time we did one of these videos, we've actually jumped forward a day. So most of the time that constituted the previous day was spent gathering up grass bales from field 19. As you'll see in a moment, because we're going to go round and we're going to do some work with our sheep to start off with today. But I want to show you guys where we ended up after last time. I managed to put a system together, and eventually we ended up with this much chaff in our bin. So we've got an awful lot of chaff. We are going to have to process this at some point. So I will get on with that later. Today, the plan really is to sort out our sheep. Make sure our sheep are fine. They're not too bad. I think they've got about 80% cleanliness. They need a very little top-up of water, as you can see. But the thing we have, and the trouble we have at the moment, is that we have very little money left. So jumping forward a couple of days, that has left us in a position where we actually need to raise some cash. So to do that, what we're going to be doing today is we're going to go and spread some fertilizer on a couple of fields. We've got 3 possible contracts we can do. So we're going to get those done now that our sheep are all good. And if we have enough time, and we've raised a bit of cash, we will probably try and flatten that out. Now, after the previous little bits of fun we have had with grass and doing the grass like that, in future we are going to do something else. We're not going to be trying to bale up and then do grass bales. Turns out that grass bales are very, very difficult to get loaded in like that. There are very, very few things that will do that. So, yeah, it's not a good system. It's not a good way for us to do it. Now, something I do need to check, I think. Well, we need to take this over to our workshop, because I want to fit this and I want to fit our spreader there with some care wheels. Now, if we can put care wheels on this would be absolutely fantastic. Can we? What are there care wheels to go? Certainly not under the Michelins by the looks of things. Normally they're sitting under Trelleborg. Wide. Yeah, so it looks to me like our 800 here does not have any care wheels for it. So we're going to switch over to our other tractor. We'll have to take the front loader off to do this. But it should be able to run our fertilizer spreader. And our fertilizer spreader, I'm pretty sure we can put some care wheels on. So let's just switch tractors. Put this in here. And then detach the bucket. Back off. Put that down, and then we will detach the hoses and detach the front loader. There we go. We should be able to get some care wheels on this. It's quite good having the 600. 600 is a decent tractor. It's a little bit small really for what we want in general on here, and we've had this a couple of times on here where we've gone, oh, we need to do something a little bit more with this. Now, we have a load of lime in here, so we're going to go and empty this in the shed as well. And I think we're going to have to head up to the shop and get some lime purchased. So I'm going to purchase, no, not lime, fertilizer purchased. So we'll just draw all this in here. Now, we should be able to customize this. Yeah, we've got the 6-meter spreading unit. Wide tyres and standard. It only has standard and wide tyres. So, yeah, in fact, we're not going to be doing any customizing to this at all. And we hope, fortunately, the fields we're doing are all are all contracts, so there won't be any crop destruction on them. But yeah, interesting that this trailer, I thought that this spreader had the ability to do that. So let's unload this like so. Interesting that we cannot yeah, unload. We can't unload it in the shed. We may have to move these back in with the bits later. So let's try this out here. Yeah, there we go. That has unloaded it over there. So we'll go and grab that later. For now, what I want to do, we'll back this up to here, and I want to put this front weight on here because of the weight that we're going to have on the back. And this tractor should be powerful enough to do this job. We should be okay. We're going to head down to the shop and we're going to fill this with some fertilizer, and then we're going to grab some contracts. Next time, that is where we're going. We have a whole field of canola to cut and a whole field of barley. It's going to be good. Here we are up at the shop, and let's see what we've got in the way of pallets. I think we have, I'm hoping we have, yeah, there we go, fertilizer pallets, 2,100. Now this holds 18,000, so 9 of these pallets would do it. We don't have the money for that. We are going to have to borrow some cash. They are fairly expensive, these pallets. So I'm going to borrow 20,000, which is quite a bit of money to borrow, to be honest. Because these pallets are quite expensive for what they are. That's 2,000 per litre. How much is the pallets we have been using? We know we can actually return these. That's still expensive. That actually is really expensive for these pallets. If we look at the big bags for fertilizer is slightly cheaper, in all honesty, I think. It's, yeah, just under 2,000 for 1,000 litres. Whereas these ones are, it's probably about the same, actually. So, yeah, let's get some of these. So we know we can buy... Wow. I think we're going to start with 2 of these. Because these contracts only pay about 20,000. So if they were to cost more than the fertilizer, that would be a little bit mad. So we'll fill this up with these. And I'm actually going to pay off 10,000 of that. Right, and refill the rest of this. And we've got two of the contracts we can do are right in front of us here. Fields 2 and 3 are both contracts, so we will accept field 3. We'll accept field 2, so that there is just over 5,000. And then field 1 we want to accept as well. So we've got those 3 fertilizing contracts. It's really, hopefully, this should cover it. Yeah, because as I said, we've got £8,000 worth of fertilizer in here. This should cover these fields. This absolutely should cover these fields. So we'll come out and yeah, this is not very well covered at the moment. So unfold our spreader. And away we go. And yeah, hopefully we should do quite well with this. Now, I don't think we've got the variable spread on here. No, we don't. So, Yeah, we'll just go around this field. As I said, it would be mad for these contracts to cost us more in fertilizer than they're worth. But this is still going down fairly quickly, the fertilizer on this. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's what's really going to be the cause, or whether we are going to make enough money off these to cover the cost of the fertilizer we have put in. Let's get round here. We'll see where we are at the end of this first field. So this is field 2. I think this is worth slightly less than field 3. Field 3 is a marginally larger field. We need to remember that these fields are the fields that that we can do contracts on. So we kind of want to avoid buying these, even though these are the closest fields to our farm. They cause us this issue that on this kind of map, especially when we're at this sort of time of year, we want to really keep as many contract fields as possible. Something I want to test, something I want to check, is if you buy a grass field, you turn it into an arable field, the contracts on it, do they change? Because I know you can define a field as grass contracts in the XML, but whether they can be changed by what you do on the map would be interesting. Or whether it would, because it's grass contracts, whether it would return it to being grass. So, we're down to 20%. We have almost finished this contract on this field. There we go. So that has completed the field 2-1. We're going to head over here now and complete the field 3-1. And this should cover pretty much just one of our fertilizer, or one set of fertilizer that we've bought. Which we need to have about 2,000 litres left in order for our fertilizer to just be half of our contracts. And that's the thing. It's not just that it's covering. I'm worried about how much it's going to cover overall. It's that, you know, it's got to. We're after it covering at least half of what was spent in fertilizer. And not using all the fertilizer up. That would be very good. The other thing I want to check while we're on here, so I'll put that onto cruise control, is what the price wool is going for at the moment. Because we do have a little bit of wool to sell. So wool is down there. Wool is bottoming out at price at the moment. So we have to hold on to it until early spring, unfortunately. So it is, yeah, it's one of those things where there's not an easy way for us to make money yet. And it's going to be a while because even if we were to be, you know, so I think we've got put barley in, that's going to be a while. And canola, that's also going to be a while. End of autumn before we'll be able to sell our canola at the best price. So it's, yeah, it's going to be a while before we can make money on the farm. Hopefully we can make a decent amount. We have borrowed, I think we said we borrowed 350,000 so far. Sorry, 395,000 we're up to. So we kind of want to pay as much of that back as possible from this first year's harvest. Which is, yeah, it's going to be tough. And we want to get a zero on, and we want to get our cows from the first year's harvest. So basically, the harvest paying for those two would be fantastic. I really don't think it's going to. Yes, we have a massive field of canola, and it's in great condition. We've not got any weeds on it. It's fully fertilized. It's actually grown really well. We've not got any patches on it at the moment. Which is good news. It's actually one of the best fields of crop. Both the fields on here, I think, are two of the best fields of crop I think I've ever had in seasons. especially compared to what we've had on This Is Island. I mean, if we have a look in here, look at the state of that field. That is just absolutely beautiful. Let's not go in the river. There we are. Right, let's get this up to field 1. Yeah, we're down to 70%, so we're actually still pretty good. So I want to get this back, and then we'll see where we are. It would be good if we could fertilize field 19 as well, because yeah, we kind of need to get that done. Right, so field 1 is out this way here. And actually, field 1 is a field that I don't want to own because... Oh, no, that's the entrance to field 20. Entrance to field 1 is actually through our own bit of land up here. We want to go into here. Like so. Yeah, so field 1 entrance is in this corner here. This is a field that ideally, you can see it's... No, it's been... What is with the... We're going to have to harvest these fields because we need the money. But, wow, are these going to be big jobs. So, later on, we're going to be in a position where we've got potatoes in both this field and field 2. We're going to want to harvest these potatoes. We're going to want to do these contracts. But yeah, thankfully we have a big enough trailer for it. It's the question is, are we going to... It would be good if we had the money to buy the harvester. It would do us really well for that. But that is going to be a big expense. So we may have to hire the harvester for this job, which is not great. It's not the end of the world, but at the same time, I would kind of like the harvester to be ours, or to be something that we control. I think that a harvester on a potato job is a fairly expensive bit. Although, actually, no, it doesn't cost that much to do it. But it is probably going to take us a couple of episodes, a couple of videos to get through the potatoes when we do. So, actually, I'd like to know in the comments, would you like to see me do the potatoes on here? I think it's quite a big job. But, yeah, I think it would be quite cool. We are going to have to get an auto stacker, I should say. Just changing the subject. Having done field 19, I think we're gonna split field 19. It is a massive grass field, and we need to. It's a bit big for us to do with what we've got at the moment, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, so going back to before I went and diverged because I saw field 19. Yeah, let us know in the comments. Would you like to see me do potatoes on here for the contracts? We've obviously not got potatoes ourselves, but I think contract-wise, they might work out fairly well for us. We're getting into the end of the field now. I think we've got maybe one more row. I think we may end this contract before the end of the row. We'll see how we go. We have dropped below 2,100, so buying 2 pallets was a good idea. However, we could probably have bought a pallet and a big bag, and covered about the same amount. I don't think we have enough to do the grass, and I'm not too worried about doing the grass. We have an absolute ton of stuff for that at the moment, and I probably might try and pick up at some point. There we go. I might try and pick up a hay contract at some point. We have got some hay bales, so we actually have enough feed to get our cows started if we wanted to at the moment. If we create silage in our silage clamp, We have quite a bit, but I'd quite like to turn it in. I'd quite like to fill the clamp. Field 19, I think we can actually fill the silage clamp. So, yeah, I think at some point we're going to give that a try. But at the moment, yeah, and actually going into autumn, we should be able to do that. So I think we're probably going to look at getting our cows in the autumn once we've filled the silage clamp and going from there. We have 1,839 litres of fertilizer left. So that's fine. We're going to park this all in here. And yeah, I think that's where we're going to finish. We have... Oh, not quite, though. We need to complete our contracts. So let's see how much money we made from this. We're going to make 10,000... There we go. 10, 15-ish thousand. We're up to 19,000. Actually, more than 15,000. So that's really good. We're in a really great place. I think we borrowed... yeah, we borrowed 10,000 to do today's stuff. But I'm going to leave... it's not going to cost us a huge amount to keep that loan where it is. So that is good news for us. I think we're going to leave it here for today. I think that is good. We've got some quick cash, which is absolutely brilliant. And I'm happy with that. So next time, we're going to hit autumn. We will be starting on field 18 on the harvest. Hopefully, we're going to get a nice big harvest off there. But that's going to be quite good. That will be on Friday. For now, though, all that remains is for me to say thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, drop us a comment, and give it a share. And for all the latest videos and live streams from Virtual Farmer, please subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. And I will see you next time. Goodbye.